Hello again there, it's Crystal here. I'm going to prepare your monthly reading, so I will be putting the camera down soon and we go into your cards. I'm not going to make this long. So for those that are already subscribed and who are following me, thank you for being here. Thank you for having my back, for supporting me. For those of you who are new and haven't subscribed yet, maybe consider doing so. Maybe click that alert bell, because then you know when new readings come out. Because I do monthly, weekly. Well, I may stop with weekly readings because I'm not having a good feel about them. But let's see, I'm testing the waters here. Anyway, I do specific readings, monthly readings, new moon and full moon readings, and there's a lot of wind here. So I have this noise in the background, which you may hear from the curtain rods and from outside. Well, it's really very windy all of a sudden. So you may hear some strange noises, but that's not a problem. I'm not going to do this again. Also, don't forget, 30th of September, my winner will come out for those of you who entered the contest. Okay, I will announce the winner of that contest on the September 30th, and all you have to do, well, I'll tell you in the video when I draw the name. So that's it from me to you for now. Hang on, let's put the camera down, let's get back to business and down and dirty into our cards. Cancer, this is your October reading, and I'm starting with this card, and this card has just one word, and that is a card to anchor you. That is a word that's going to be important during this month of October for you. Maybe important because, as always, this is a general reading. General readings are not resonating for everybody. If they don't resonate with you, then you can go and have a look at your rising sign or your moon sign and watch those videos. But also, if there is things that resonate and things that don't resonate, then leave those that don't resonate behind anyway. Voyage. Yeah, that makes sense. I am safe and loved no matter where I am. And I feel that, because you are on a voyage, but an inner voyage. Because there's the death card. It's the first card that really, when I was putting them down, this was the card that I thought, okay, there is transformation, there is inner work to be done. And yeah, that voyage. Now that inner work, you have to feel safe in it. And you can feel safe in it. It's not something to worry about because you are changing who you are. And while you're not changing who you are, I think you're becoming more who you truly are. And that is that transformation. You'll come out of this a different person, because I see here the lady. That's the Empress. I see here you being more fully embodied in yourself, more sure of yourself, more confident, knowing your own worth, knowing that, yes, whatever you're doing, it's good. It doesn't matter. That you know who you are and you're okay with that. I feel that's what you're going to come out of with that transformation. But during the voyage, of course, there is, and that's what I was first also drawn to, the Nine of Swords. During the voyage, there may be this idea of, what the hell am I doing? Who am I? Even that, who am I really? Because maybe things have been happening, Cancer, in the past, in the recent past, that really shook you up, and that sort of were not good. And then you were doubting yourself. You didn't see your own worth. You didn't have any self-esteem. Maybe you were not confident about the way you're seeing the world, about your ideas, the way you were in a business, the way you were in a career, the way you were in a relationship, even in a romantic relationship, because you were not anchored in yourself. You were not really sure of what it is that you really wanted. And that sort of, happened. Now, but you are in that journey of exploring yourself, that self-discovery. And you're going to discover yourself, and you're going to come out completely renewed. You're going to come out really much more self-assured, with swagger, with certainty, with this beautiful garden. Look how fertile this card is, because this woman is pregnant. The Empress often speaks of children, but this is a general reading, so I'm not even going to address that. But the garden around her, look at the colors, look at all the plants growing. So it's like you have grown. And you're still growing because, the pregnancy here, you're still growing. This is an ongoing journey, yes. But the phase you're going, and I feel this card is much more further out, like November, December, maybe even beginning of next year. But it's ongoing. It's not going to stop. Please don't stop growing. Please don't stop growing, self-growth. But the journey can bring, the journey before the journey, but during the journey, it can bring a lot of uncertainty, because you're touching base with who you truly are and what you truly want. And maybe what you truly want and need in your life is lots of stuff that you don't need. And even physical stuff, or maybe people that you need to let go of, or experiences that really were not good for you, that you have to let go of. But you can let go of it, because we have the Princess of Swords, the Page of Swords. It's the start of that journey, the start of, okay, I'm going to cut through all the things that are really hurting me and that are taking away my self-worth, my self-confidence, my self-esteem. This may even be cutting somebody or some or more people out of your life, people that are not in it for you, that are not supporting you, that are not respecting you, that are always trampling boundaries. I feel it's time, and with the Knight, not the Knight, the Page of Swords at your side, you can do that. You can really see very clearly and distinguish who is in my corner and who is really out to just, put me down, to denigrate me, to make me feel like this, sad, not confident, doubting myself all the time, hurting. Those people really are shitty people. Just get rid of them. Now, I feel that this whole process with this Four of Swords, it's going to take some time. That's why I said this card is further out, and it's ongoing furthermore. But before you're starting to really feel a semblance of this Empress card, the Lady card, that is a bit further out. So you are really asking with the Four of Swords to take your time. Take your time for this voyage. Go really explore yourself, discover yourself, and take time. And maybe you get some help from someone as well. Maybe you need a therapist, a counselor, a coach at your side who helps you on this journey. And maybe it's going to come out in the other cards, I don't know, but this is something that I feel that may help you. Now, with this Two of Pentacles, two often implies choices or two ways of going. Yes, but I feel here, look, these pentacles are up in the air. So they can land wherever. They can land in her hands. They can land on the floor, on the ground. It feels like for a certain moment, and I don't read this card as making choices. I feel that you are sort of tasting what confidence feels like, what self-worthiness feels like, what self-esteem feels like. And how that will land with other people, you don't know. And that's not even important. How it will land with yourself, that is important. But I feel you're going to be able to do this. So let's go to the other cards. I'm going to start with this deck and see what else is coming out here. So Cancer, this is quite a journey you have. It's very internal. It's very private. It's something that not other people will see. Maybe if you speak to someone, there he is. King of Cups, yeah. Maybe speak to someone. Maybe this can be a friend, yes. But I feel it's a professional person, and a professional person who deals with healing matters, healing of the heart and the mind. So it feels like a therapist, it feels like a counselor, it feels like a coach who is, who helps you with self-confidence, self-worth, that sort of thing, to help you see in a different light and to help you discover what is important for you. So here it is, that person that can help you. So yeah, of course, that is a choice. Every time I lay the cards, and sometimes forget to say it, but I'm going to say it now. You have agency, you have free will, you are the author of your own life. So you make the choices, not the cards. So if the cards say, it's a good, you may be talking to somebody professional about this because you are doing this deep inner work and sometimes you can't see the way. I'm not saying you have to go into therapy. I'm not saying you're going to go into therapy. I'm saying the cards suggest that if you can't do it by yourself, maybe it's an idea to look into that. That's not, nothing to be ashamed of, to have somebody help you see through that. I feel people who really go and make that decision to get help if they are really in a bad way, or if they just, they're stuck, they're feeling stuck and they get help. I feel those people are so courageous, but they're also very aware because they see, okay, I'm stuck, I really need some help, and there is no shame in that. The Five of Swords on this Nine of Swords. Again, this is feeling lost. This is feeling lost. This is also other people that tell you that these are, this is the shitty people that makes you feel like this. That makes you feel like you're nothing, like you're worthless or not good enough. And it's that sort of person you have to cut out your life. That is the sort of person you have to just use that Princess of Swords, that Page of Swords on. That is the person that's not going to support you. On the other hand, if they can put a knife in your back, they will. If they can denigrate you or make you doubt yourself even more, they will. So you don't need those shitty people in your life. So that can be one person. It can be in a personal relationship, even in a very close relationship with a friendship, a family member, even a romantic partner. Especially, if that would be sort of verbal, emotional, or psychological abuse going on, and that completely denigrates you, it's possible. Then this shitty person is really the guy or the woman, they can be both, who's putting you down, really. Yeah. You have to decide, but that is an inner work, and it takes time to see it. It takes time to see those people for what they really are. I work with people who come from narcissistic abuse, and I can tell you that they have been, blind for such a long time because they have been conditioned by the narcissist to be blind, to not see what they are doing because they have been lied to, gaslighted, been made to feel crazy, being blamed, all those tactics. So yes, I know perfectly well how that feels and how that can erode your self-esteem. Again, a hermit in the Four of Swords. It's inner work, yes, introspection, withdrawing from the world as well. Before that Empress is coming out, it takes time. First of all, it's a slow card, the Hermit. But it takes time to do the inner work. Because if you don't do the inner work, you can't transform. So you need really, both slow cards. Take your time. Take your time to do this process. And it will take some time. So that Empress is really, I feel more, beginning of next year would be my best bet. Better bet, really. Not best bet, but would be my guess. Yeah, it is about loving yourself. The Lover's card, it's about learning how to love yourself. And with self-love comes self-worth, comes self-confidence, comes, the angel protecting you. And yeah, I feel even that if it's about a romantic relationship, something needs to happen here, something needs to shift. Because if you don't love yourself, then that relationship also has little chance of surviving in a good way. Then that relationship is based on somebody manipulating, and that you don't want that. And that is going to change, that needs to change. But it's about really learning to love yourself for who you truly are. And that is also learning to see what your needs are, what your boundaries are, what your values are. And those need to be respected. But I feel you're going to do it. That this Nine of Cups, these 9 cups are insights. That is on the journey of transformation, of the self-discovery. These are the insights that coming, and they come together. There's more and more insights coming to you. And if you are in an abusive situation here, then you'll start to wake up and you'll start to see like the tactics, the symptoms, the things that are really happening. And they're coming together. There is, the hermit also shines light, even though it's a star, a little star in that, what is that called? I don't know what it's called, in that little light he's carrying. But there is going to be light, there is going to be enlightenment. And then everything, yes, may be up in the air. Also for that person, that if it's about an abusive situation here, then yes, that person is about to be discovered and to be, and they usually don't like that. Now, if it's about you and having all these insights about what your true needs are, what you truly want for yourself, about learning to love yourself again, you are also up in the air. How you're going to land, how this Empress is going to come out, we don't know yet. So I'm curious what card is going to come out here on top of this Two of Pentacles. Okay. Ooh, yeah, possibilities. You're going to see yourself in a different light, but you're also going to create more possibilities for yourself. You're also going to be able to be strict about boundaries. I mean, you're going to see possibilities, yes. Everything can be up in the air, but at a certain point, you're going to make choices for yourself. And that, if this is about an abusive relationship, then you're also going to make choices for that. Am I going to stay in this relationship? And this can be a romantic, this can be a work situation, this can be a family relationship, a friendship, doesn't matter if it's about that. Now, if it's not about abuse, but it's about you learning more about yourself, when you learn about yourself, you also have more choices. But in these choices, I always see that you need to love yourself, the Lover's card, and that you need to accept yourself, and that you need to see your own worth. I mean, that is the most important here. Now, let's see what the other cards say. I'm going to pull a few more before I go to the message cards. So remember, this card said Voyage or Voyage. I'm safe. I love Voyage more. It sounds, it's French and it's so much nicer than Voyage anyway, but that's me. I'm safe and loved no matter where I am. So know that, and that is that self-love. Love yourself on the voyage, because things will come to you that maybe you don't like about yourself either. And that's okay, it doesn't matter. And that's why it's maybe good to have this professional person in your corner to help you. Because it can be a little bit rough with these two cards here, Nine of Swords and Five of Swords. Especially if you have somebody that's really wanting to control you and to keep you where you are. Small, crying on the floor, no, we don't want that for you, if it's that sort of situation. Anyway, okay, lovers. It's about loving yourself, I feel, and also because here's three people involved, so maybe, yes, there is maybe somebody that needs to help you, that angel is there to help you. So yes, I would seriously consider, if you're really feeling lost or stuck, to get someone professional in your corner. It's going to be a very good investment if you do. Yeah. It's going to be, so as I was saying, and this has been happening a lot, as I was saying, it's going to be a good investment, yes, because we have the Ten of Cups. You're going to feel so much happier if you're doing the work, if you transform and see your worth, because this is also about self-worth. And because it's a happy card, it's also a family card, but it's seeing your virtues. And here is the elements coming together, and here is sort of full circle. Okay, I'm seeing everything now that I need to do, that I really want for myself, that I need also to cut out. But here is like, okay, the end point is there. Like you're going to manage to get it all your ducks in a row, everything that you need to know for yourself in that journey, in that voyage. Yes, it's going to happen. Okay, so we have here a Nine of Swords, which is much darker than the Ten of Swords. But the Ten of Swords, for me, I feel this self-discovery, it's not going to be easy. You're sometimes going to feel like everybody's against you. That's that backstabbing here. There will be people trying to backstab you, but because you're doing the work, you're going to survive it, because you also see the dawn here. You see the sun again. This is the beginning of this lady coming in, this sun here. But of course, it takes time. This will take time before you see the dawn, before you see the light at the end of the tunnel, as it were. It's going to be a little bit, it feels like a little bit of a dark period at first, but it's going to be good in the end, because you're doing the work. You really think, and maybe something happened that made you see like, okay, I don't want this any longer, so I lost my viewfinder. Oh my God, this is so annoying when that happens, but it happens. So I'm going to pull first the 3 cards, then I'm going to stop the recording, put the viewfinder back, King of Swords, and start recording again for these last 3 cards. But I love these cards. Oh, I love that last one, 8 of Wands. I really love that one, where there is a lot of slowness here with the Hermit and with the 4 of Swords. Here things start to move, and you change. With you changing, with you doing the inner work, things start to move, and then that Empress can come out fully. So I don't need a viewfinder for this. I'll just do it like this. Yeah, self-love, transformation. Transformation, I feel this is you standing in life with new values, getting out of that transformation, doing the work, seeing who you are, seeing that you have value, that you are not valueless, that you are worthy, that you are good enough. And this is you accepting that of yourself, this Knight of Pentacles. I don't feel in this reading it has nothing to do with money. It is about your worthiness. And then we have the King of Swords. The King of Swords, I feel a little bit that King of Swords is probably the one that helps you cut through, but it also can be, so it could be that King of Cups, it could be that person, that therapist or counselor or coach, but it could also be that it's you who is discerning, who starts to see with all these elements coming together to you, with you seeing what's really happening and what you really need. You're starting really to cut out the bad shit, the bad stuff, the bad people, the bad players in your life. I feel that's really it. Anyway, let's see what the messages are, Cancer. So these are random. Again, if it doesn't resonate, just leave it behind. If you're not in an abusive situation, it's more about really an exploratory journey that you're doing to get more awareness and to get more self-worth again, and to feel better with yourself. And to discover who you really are and what your needs are, what your boundaries are, what your values are. Field of Dreams. I love this card. So these fairies are sitting on eggs. So eggs, promise, birth, rebirth, new birth. You're going to be rebirthed. Because death is also transformation, is also rebirth, yeah? So you're about to be born anew. It's also very close to the promise here, the fertility, the promise of this garden. Also, this is a beautiful garden of the Empress. And that is also further out, but the dream is already there, the possibility is already there, the potential for you to become that Empress is already there. There is a whisper of it already in you. And that's why you're going in the journey, why you're here in the voyage. Mod Spirit says surrender now. I feel this is really surrendering to that journey and really immersing yourself in your self-worth. And that in your transformation, because things need to be let go of. things that are really not truly you, that don't belong to you, that don't belong to your value system, that don't belong to who you truly are, and you're just discovering that now. Let those things go. Leave them behind. Now the moth, we know the moth is blind, but I feel this is, in this journey, you're going to wake up. Now here at the end I said, and I forgot to read this properly, so the King of Swords is you cutting out. This is when everything is slow and your process is slow and your working is, that deep inner work you're doing, it's quite a slow process, yes. But at a certain point, when you get these elements together and when you truly see who you are, what you know, those two, the 10 of Cups and the 9 of Cups, then there's movement. There's movement away from that feeling of unworthiness, that feeling of I am unlovable, that feeling of I am not good enough, that feeling of I have no worth. You're moving towards a better version of you, and the true you is coming out, that Empress. And it's going to be very good, Cancer. So Cancer, I hope you like this reading. I hope that the last cards were in my viewfinder. I've lost it, as I said. So, but I hope it was, well, visible to you. Anyway, if you like this reading, give me a like, maybe share with people who may benefit from this reading. If you haven't subscribed, and sorry for the dog, somebody must be arriving and then the dogs go ballistic. If you haven't subscribed yet, maybe consider subscribing to my channel, maybe click that alarm bell so that you know when new readings are going to come out. So I do monthly readings, specific readings for specific areas of life. I do daily cards, which I also post on my other social media, but also on the YouTube shorts. And the weekly readings, I'm still thinking about those. I don't know. They take up a lot of my time, extra time, where I would rather focus on this more deeper going readings than just the 3 choices. But I'll see. Let's see. Anyway, there won't be a reading from September, the week from September 27 to October 3rd, because I really have no time. And there probably will not be a reading for the next week as well, because I am helping my son move house. So yeah, you can already guess how that's going, yeah? Anyway, if you want to subscribe and click that alarm bell, you know when those readings come out. Also, don't forget, I am doing a giveaway. I'm going to give away a tarot reading, and to win that reading, all you have to do is put the words Rose Crystal in the YouTube comments, only on YouTube. And from there, I will draw a winner. The winner will be announced on September 30th. So I'll be doing that in a video. So if you have clicked that alarm bell, you know when that video will be out, and then you'll know what to do to get in touch with me. Okay, Cancer, that's it from me to you for now. Bye for now. Bye.